Hello, I want to do a little review of a new board game I got. So this is called Blood of an Englishman, and it is an asymmetrical two-person card game. I'm not quite sure what the term would be to describe this game, but it is asymmetrical, meaning that one player has a different set of moves than the other. So the basic rules of this game is that there are 5 towers of 10 cards. I'm not gonna do all 10 cards. But you get 5 rows of cards, each with 10. And the way it works is that there are these little beanstalk cards, okay? And the player who is Jack wants to stack up 3 stacks and then grab each of the 3 treasures. So there's the harp, the goose that lays golden eggs, and you have the money, which didn't end up coming here, but there it is, the money, pot of gold. So the way Jack does it is that Jack can grab a card. He can move them front to front. So he could move this out of the way. So he could also then grab something back to front, like that. Or yeah, he can move back to front. He can grab something on the front and add it to his beanstalk, which is his personal stack. Or he can grab something from the back and add it to his personal beanstalk. The way his beanstalk works is he has to do it sequentially. So he has to go 1 to 9, but only needs 6. So he doesn't have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can go 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, or 8, 9, because it has to be 6. So the problem is that if he can't finish it, because if you jump to like 1 to 4, you have a lot less. So you gotta start lower, so you have more options. So once you get to the 6th one, you go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or all the way up, and you have 6 cards. Hi, little one. You love messing up cards. And once you get that, you can grab one of the treasures with the same rules, if it's at the front or the back. You move stuff out of the way to get to it. So Jack, on his turn, gets 3 moves. So he gets to move 3 things or grab 3 things. Whereas the giant, on the giant's turn, only has 1 move. Well, most of the time he only has 1 move. What the giant is trying to do is he is trying to line up the cards fee, fi, fo, and fum in any order. So we have fum, fee, fo, and another fum. There would be what am I missing? Fi. There's one that says fi. So there's 2 of each of the giant cards. And because of this, as Jack takes things to his beanstalk, which he has to do 3 times, the giant gets more of an advantage as the time goes on, because the giant is trying to do one of 2 things. He is either trying to get it like this. He's either trying to get fee, fi, fo, fum at the front of 4 of them. So out of the 5 decks, if the 4 giant cards are in front, then Jack loses. So this would be a lose case, even though it's fo, fee, fum, fee. The other way you can lose is if they're all aligned like this. So they're all aligned in any order, all connecting each other in one column. So again, as the game goes on, the giant has more of an advantage because there's less beanstalks, less treasures, and there's more giant cards proportionally. But the giant can do 3 things. He can grab 4 cards from any beanstalk tower and then move them to the front. Or he can just get rid of a beanstalk. So if you're like, oh, I'm going to start getting rid of 2s, which makes it harder for Jack, you can do that. Or he can just do front to front and front to front twice. And the game manual mentions that, Jack could undo this during his turn because he has 3 turns and he can do front to front movement. So he could undo what you're doing, but for the most part, he probably won't. So, like I said, the game either ends when you do fee fi fo fum either vertically or horizontally, or Jack cannot finish his beanstalks. We've never had that happen yet. The entire time we've lost is via fee fi fo fum, or Jack ends up getting his treasures. So this plays pretty quickly. It's a pretty quick setup. The longest part is probably dealing the cards out, 10 by 5 all the way down. But after that, it plays really quickly. Jack's moves feel a lot faster, and the Giants feel more powerful, but also slow. So I feel like they definitely have that kind of aesthetic. Now, for game balance, we've played 5 games, and Jack's won, the Giants has won, I've won as Jack, I've won as the Giant, my fiance has won as Jack, and she's won as the Giant as well. So I feel like it, from what I've experienced, it seems pretty balanced. Sometimes maybe the cards are dealt harder, but at the beginning of the game, Jack is also allowed to take anything and move it anywhere at one point. So if there's like a foe and you just want, I'll just send it all the way in the back, so it's harder. So I feel like even if it is unbalanced, it probably isn't too unbalanced in one direction. It's not going to rival maybe the depth of chess, but then again, this takes a lot shorter to play, I've found. I don't see this lasting 2 hours. It's like 20 minutes, maybe even 15, and then you can play it again. And it's very portable. It's a small box. And even you don't even need the box if you know the rules. It's just a deck of cards, So a deck of cards of 50 cards. That's it, plus 4 reference cards. So it's a standard deck size. It's 54. It's 52 plus a joker. So it's got reference cards, which are always useful for both Jack and the Giant, 2 of each. So you can read what your opponent can do, or you can also read what you can do and what your win conditions are. So I like it. I feel like it tried to do a couple of things. I feel like it wanted to give the feeling of Jack being quick and nimble while the Giant is slow and powerful. And I think it definitely does that. And it also, I feel, wanted to make it so that Jack feels more and more stressful as the game goes on because there are more Giants cards proportionally. And I feel like it definitely does that as well. It's quick, portable. I think it's a great game for couples, and that's why I bought it for us. So if you're looking for a cute couples game, I do highly recommend Blood of an Englishman. It's easy to teach. You get a reference card, it's portable, and it seems balanced enough. There's probably more depth to it, but, having fun with it, and I really recommend it. It's pretty cheap. I believe I got this for $12. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.